counter attack. So good job there, OG, evening out another score. Top lane definitely going their way, but the mid lane slightly Topson favored now.
Yeah, I really like this rotation by NoTail because I think it was starting to trend towards the puck in terms of advantage, and NoTail obviously recognizing that he's having a hard time in the top lane.
Yep, and NoTail also realized he wasn't doing much in the top lane anyway, right? So you might as well rotate, do something useful here mid. Which, sure, that's a good idea. I like this. Limp is going to have to recover a bit. He got a lucky double damage, but now you're a level difference, and these spirits are so annoying. Really. Topson's putting them properly so that NoTail, or Limp, sorry, cannot use this lane correctly.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be one of the big things that determines who's an excellent Void Spirit player as the patch continues to develop is the Aether Remnant, just because of how hard it is to hit. You can use it to like deny area or you know, set up for kills if you're lucky or skilled.
I mean, the original build for Void Spirit when it first came out was like everyone was going Yulsa to set up that spirit, right? And now it's like, nah, we have more skill than that. Oh, they're looking for another kill here in the mid lane. Topson and Limp fighting hand-to-hand combat. He's actually maxing the Aether Remnant to just catch Limp and surprise him.
Yeah, the pull duration doesn't increase by that much, but you can get up to almost a 2-second stun, and obviously the cooldown gets quite low.
Yeah, yeah, look at this. He's actually going for the bounty room thanks to that pull, but Topson, he's going to go down to Fata. You don't mess with the tree. You don't need skill to play sometimes. You just need tactics. You know where to be at the right moment.
Under base damage.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
Well, that's Topson gone, so that's a bit of retribution for Limp, who gets a free lane for a bit as well. However, Topson will come back with full HP and mana, so that's going to be a bit of a difficult to deal with the puck.
Hey,
we'll see.
Speaking of that fastest Maelstrom ever, what was that timing? Because Nico Baby is awfully close to his
I want to say it was 5 minutes or 6. Honestly, it was incredibly quick. I think he's actually too late now. Like, he's just ridiculous. That was a ridiculous game. I was watching it, and for half the game, my mouth was just open. Just amazed. It was unfathomable how fast Nico Baby could fly.
Yeah, well, he's got a completely free lane here against the Darkseer mid one, just opting to cut near the tier 2. And we've kind of come full circle in Dota. We now have these offlaners. Down the mid.
Yeah, he got caught up by Topson in a bad position. Topson before a bunch of tips. He was just in the wrong place there, and Topson just decides to get the kill. Saksa is also turning around. They're trying to catch the puck, and Limp doesn't even. There's not even need for Saksa here. Limp just gets destroyed by Topson alone. Those Aether Remnants are really putting him in a pickle. And in the top lane, 3-3 is trying to get the counter kill on Samael as well, but 3-3 instead. A Frozen Solid, he manages to make it just barely in time. And they won't be able to get that kill. Thank God for Hanskin's self.
Yeah, this is actually getting a little concerning for me in the mid lane. We have Limp still going for a bottle. He doesn't even have his bottle yet, 7 minutes into the game, and Topson is now 3-1-0. Topson has to be one of the most momentum-based players in the entire game. If he gets off to a good start, you have to just run.
Yes.
Run away from him.
In the top lane of the... No, sorry. Yeah, I remember Topson when he used to play the very popular Quaswex Invoker. The Quaswex Meteor Hammer Invoker, right? Which was the build that he invented. And it was ridiculous. You would actually watch him literally run away with the game. Because he would just go gank every single lane. You would not be safe if Topson was in your game. And Void Spirit seems to be the same kind of style, honestly, as the heroes he used to play. Monkey King, Quaswex Invoker.
Amber, yep, all of these.
Yep.
Just go ham and never stop running at the other team.
Yeah, and that's we're gonna watch this game, hopefully. I mean, that's the point of picking Darkseer, right? You get a Surge, you can run even faster. It's the real Topson strat. He already has level 2 on that. Is that level 2 line? Wow, okay. Well, that's a bit of practice. And the spirits are also set up really nicely to set up for traps, right? It runs a bit of techies. You're kind of guarding positions here. Saksa does get an Invis rune here in time. Really fast to flicks. Not gonna go down the coil. Annoying him, so they can't quite get the kill here. And Saksa just wanted to get away. Finally gets stops until the end. Hans knows he can just help him out. There's Nature's Grasp, Silence as well, but Topson has double Astral Step. There's no way that you're gonna catch him here.
Yeah, both teams prioritizing putting a lot of help into this mid lane, trying to get their tempo controlling heroes off to a good start. And At the same time, side laners, Sumail, happy to get a little bit of breathing room.
Yep.
Since 33 has been pressuring him pretty hard.
And they continue to do so. In fact, Notil's been caught a bit okay here. Notil watching another part of the map. Surprised by a 3-man gank and a duel to boot. And we see 3-3 being relevant here already. They had a really good lane. As they continue to dominate, I'm assuming, with a Legion commander.
Yeah, at the same time, though, Limp goes down yet again. 0 and 3 on this puck.
They know. Ojo has identified the important pivotal factor here in Alliance's lineup. If Limp does not create space, the lineup does not work as well. So they're doing a good job of shutting him down.
Yeah, more importantly perhaps is the initiation. They really would like to be able to get this Blink Coil into a relocate duel. And it's going to be extremely late on this Blink Dagger for him.
Bottom lane, they catch mid one. We are seeing he was trying to cut the lane, but no cigar there. Nico Baby and Limp are guarding it there for you. And Nico Baby already has pretty good timing for the Maelstrom. He's building up to the space boot, so Maelstrom phase around minute 10, which is the standard for a Nico Baby lifestealer. He is very farmed though. He's going to be a relevant carry much sooner than Spectre, who is getting actually dual top. Not quite yet though.
Alliance will back out. Looks like Topson going to reclaim the outpost just before the experience drops.
Dire's middle tower.
A bunch of heroes in the top lane.
Yeah, a bunch of heroes in the top lane. They're trying to fight out here. The easier support, it's the Trim Protector. Trim Protector's up down. Topson's actually rotating. But that's only a single kill. They're not going to go for more. They actually are smart about this 3-3 as to leave with a TP. Topson's still going for more though. That was a good guess, actually. Going for the bounty, but a bit late. Topson's just literally running around the map looking for whatever kill he can find him. Now he's going back to this mid lane, tries to catch out Limp. Limp is not having any of that. It's the same. It's the Topson we know and love. This guy is just here to create the space for Sumail.
It's working. Sumail is climbing his way back up towards the top of the net worth. Of course, Nico Baby insanely farmed right now in the lifestealer, but what is he going to be able to do with it? He needs to start potentially rotating around with this puck.
He's going to start bombing people. That's what he's going to do. Look at this poor Darkseer silenced up. He's running around like a madman, but he can't get away. That leash stops his escape route. In the top lane, they try to catch Sumail as well, but the damage is not sufficient, and they eventually give up on him. Or, yeah, he's going for the stack, but 3-3 is a much better stack clear here. Sumail, careful. Those creeps do hurt. There's the Ice Blast though. Oh, they're just trying to scare them away. They were hoping for the Isle, but the Isle did not get hit by that Ice Blast, so he's going to be fine.
Topson in the top lane now. See if he decides to dive. And he's just going to go in.
Yeah, they're going to catch him with a duel now, and this Spectre is now in actual lot of trouble. He's going to go down, giving extra duel damage to 33, and they're going to go for more. Sox, so do they have a way to cancel this TP? They do not. Instead, in the backline, Topson comes in just to get the kill on Hanskin. He's been silenced though. Topson, what were you thinking? Canceled because he was greedy enough to go for the IO. Okay, well.
Great trade for Alliance there. Nice rotation from Nico Baby. And he puts that 6,000 net worth to use coming into the top lane. Easily going to pressure down this top tier tower as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The top should fall easily to Legion Commander and Lifestealer. They have pretty good pushing power early, which is one of the advantages of the new Lifestealer. But Limp is getting yet again harassed in the mid lane. Their obsession with Limp is continuing this game. They want to make sure this puck has no impact because they're identifying lack of initiation, right? If you only rely on Legion, it's not too great of an initiation, really.
Yeah, unless you get massively farmed. And I mean, you know, they did leave Nico Baby completely alone. Obviously, that's one of the downsides of running a Darkseer is that you kind of just guarantee free farm for the carry. And
Nico Baby
can assert dominance in this top jungle.
Farming aggressively. The mid one has to have a kill on Hanskin. Topson does as well. He's been taunted. Hanskin in trouble. There we go. All the damage onto him, and Hanskin's gone. We also stepped and chase after Nico Baby. Body blocking ever so slightly. Topson still has that shield, but unfortunately his movement might just not be fast enough. So Sumail, even with a surge, they can't catch up to them. And now Phantom realizes they can fight him. He has a Lifestealer inside of him. Topson tries to bait him with that trap. Does not work out. I like how they pick and prod at each other, you know, like trying to test the strength of the other, trying to test that they're going to just slightly overstep.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to find the opening, and again, I have to look at this puck. I feel like if Alliance has a bit more farm on Limp, they could potentially start running away with this game because Legion and Lifestealer are both very strong right now.
Yep, that's very true. This Lifestealer is at the peak right now. He's getting close to that Sanji as well. Actually, already has it if he wants to buy it. And then it's going to be really difficult to bring him down with that extra healing. Especially if he has a Spectre to munch on. Because then it's going to be pretty much impossible to bring that as HP.
Sumail does have the Radiance queued up after the Soul Ring, so looking for that late game build.
On point with your draft comment, you're like, I think the Radiance is going to come out. You're right, Alchemy. Exactly right. But let's see if they actually do manage to get it out, because Alliance is looking for a fast game here. They're not gonna. They don't want this Vector to get their Radiance.
Relocate bottom.
And start running. That relocate's gonna catch mid one, but he doesn't have a surge. They didn't have much stun. 3-3's just running after him, realizing he can't. Mid one's a bit too fast. He has max surge already. You're not gonna find him like that. There's another. There's a counter relocate where they do find the IO. OG.
Nico.
Quick kill. Yeah, they did use it. Nico goes inside 3-3. Can't heal for now, but at least he'll have a safe space to stay at, right? Unless 3-3 gets pummeled to death. There's a Dream Go onto 3, and 3-3 is just tanking this thanks to the Infest's extra HP. Limp just wanted to give him a bit of extra space. They can't really get a kill there. That was a bit of a risky relocate place to do. So, Dobson wants more? Really? He does catch the puck. Oh, quick, the Spirit is Limp. With a phase shift, trying to make some damage. Do end up silencing him. There's a duel, and they actually get the kill. Dobson gone. Ooh, he thought you could play around with a puck, but it's your life that got wrenched out of your heart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's about as classic a Topson play as I've ever seen.
Yes.
Literally just running into 4 heroes. He's like, guys, we're still gonna fight this. Oh wait, whoops, that was a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, the astral step when you hit the puck, he goes, I'm sure he wants. I got him. Yeah, let's go. Guys, we're ready. Completely forgetting the Lifestealer was gonna pop out any second. It's alright. I think Topson's doing his job though, because Spectre is getting a bit of space for his plays, right? Topson doing Topson things means Sumail can have a lot of time to farm the jungle, and Lifestealer is, you know, engaged in all these engagements, so he doesn't have the option to really farm as quick as the Spectre.
Yeah, definitely. We do see Sumail closing in on at least the relic part of the Radiance. I will say though that when you are dealing with the Lifestealer, you have to be a little careful about, you know, prioritizing someone who, obviously with the Rage giving you spell immunity, he's not going to have to worry too much about the evasion from the relic or from the Radiance. And I think there still is this time where Alliance is going to be able to just kind of run at OG.
I mean, that's certainly what they hope for. Let's see, because right now OG has managed to just slow down this game enough to make sure that the Spectre is relevant. There's a TP from the puck here to their outpost, catching the Rubik. There's a lot of people here, but 3-3 comes in, hoping for the duel. They're gonna find Saxa, and Saxa's been dueled to death and killed off with Hanska and Nico be relocating here.
Ice Blast is
you do get hit by the Ice Blast. It's on point, but I don't think that's gonna help Mid One too much. He needs some stuns, not extra damage. Mid One caught by the Dream Call, decides to break it. He is gonna pay the price, I think. Oh, maybe not. The Surge lasts just long enough. 3-3 helping out. Look how much resistance Mid One has. He's managing to take all this damage, wasting the time of the puck, wasting time with Legion Commander. Legion is done with all these shenanigans. Mid One, keep on running. Never stop running. Believe in yourself, Mid One. Through the trees. This man has one more surge, but he gets silenced before he can use it, and that will be the final seconds of Mr. Mid One. Unfortunately, he cannot outrun death.
So much space, but ultimately does go down. At the same time, Nico Baby takes the tier 1 tower. He's like, guys, objectives. Stop chasing these purple dudes around the map. Nobody cares about the purple dudes.
I do love how 3-3, you can even tell the moment when he decided this. Like, guys, what are we doing? Look at yourselves. We're chasing a Darkseer. But they did end up getting the kill, right? And it was only commitment from Limp, so it's not bad. He gets his blink with this. That's very important.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Limp recovering quite nicely now. It's one of the things about the puck. He's going to farm. He can shove out waves so quickly that even if he has a terrible laning stage, which he did.
Yes, he did.
No denying that. He's going to be just fine in this game. Using the Ags after the blink right away.
Was it for the... Because the BKB here, I guess... You're not really concerned about that, are you?
The extra duration on the snap is going to be so good against all these mobile heroes.
Okay, I was thinking that too. I wasn't thinking a Spectre or Void Spread go for PKB only.
Oh, Hanskin gets caught.
Yeah, because Nikolai has no escape. No, never mind. Rage TP. Hanskin's like, I'll help you, buddy. I'm TPing too. No, Hanskin's gonna unfortunately die here. But it's a lot of rotations for him. However, Spectre still continues to farm during this time, so they're playing that correctly.
Very close to the Radiance. And Spectre, he's just holding under a clumsy net right now. The 2 mana regeneration, super nice for this hero. Probably not going to be using the active very much.
No, I can't imagine. It's one of those things where you're the carry, hence you get to pick these suboptimal items because you're the carry. So who cares? It's your mana regen.
I do what I want.
And exactly. And it's like my pups. I go, can I please have the keen optic? A minute 40 again. They go, no! And they'd rather drop it on the ground than give it to me. Crystal is built for Thompson, by the way. He is going for a bit for the crit. Just the Crystalist though. You'll set him next. And he's gonna need it soon because the Silence will become very annoying. The Ice Blast's gonna hit 3, but they have a duel to keep him down, and Thompson is doing what he does best.
Is under attack.
Space creation, I guess.
Yeah. We'll call it that. We'll call it that. 5th dual damage on 33 already. That is a pretty high number for 19 minutes into the game without a Blink Dagger. He's going for straight BKB after this drums.
Oh, what is 3-3? No, he's completely alone. He's trying to imitate Thompson, but he's not. He's gonna die just like him, unfortunately. 3-3. Is that the potential kill gets spotted? Yeah, clumsy net. Did they want to catch him? Is a good time to use it. The overgrowth still on you? Nah, Samael decides it's not worth going in any further. In fact, mid 1 here is in trouble as Nico maybe chase after him. That's a remote gank though, so Hanskin's gonna leave really soon unless he dies here. All the damage possible. Hanskin's gonna go back, and Nico maybe realizing he cannot find his friend. He actually is telekinesis into the high ground. Nico, baby. There's a reason why they call him Prisoner Arteezy, but he is gonna get away with the Infest though. So it's okay. It wasn't that big a deal. He had the Infest prepared. He knew that was gonna happen.
Nice. Prisoner.
Oh. Yeah, they find Limp though. That's another great spirit. Thompson, it's time for retribution unless there's a drink already and there's top right in the tracks. So they can't do anything else. Okay, good job, Limp.
This crit build that Thompson has been favoring Void Spirit is pretty interesting. Really focusing on the physical damage, and you know what? They kind of need it because with Spectre going for the Radiance and the rest of their lineup being entirely magic damage, they need some way to actually kill these heroes on the side of Alliance as the game goes on.
That's true. Do you think it's going to stay at Crystallis, or do you think, like, for now and build a couple other mid-game items? Or do you upgrade it into, like, a Bloodthorn?
You know, I've seen him, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen him actually go multiple Chrysalises on this hero several times. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised after he gets the defensive item from the Yules, which should make him almost unkillable. If he just goes for more crit or a Deso, something like that, to take advantage of Io's low armor.
Well, I like the Deso idea, actually. It's also quite very similar to the multiple Crystallis build, right? A lot of efficiency and very little items. Okay, I mean, the damage from Crystals did get increased in this last patch. Actually kind of ridiculous. 45 damage is a fair amount for a 2k gold item.
Very buffed item.
Yeah. You kind of ignore it because, like, it's just part of a recipe, right? But not anymore. Aegis goes the ways of Alliance, which is good. They have a pretty nice Roshan taking lineup. And Mjolnir's finished up with Nico.
OG just gonna make an aggressive move bottom.
Okay, they catch Samael, they have relocate as well, so they sent in Nico first to relocate 3-3 after. The surprise of the duel, however, they stop him with telekinesis. Samael might just go down there, they get him. However, Nico baby will sacrifice his life for this. That's H is gone. Hanskin as well. As the team fight continues, to try to set up a no-go zone here with the nature scraps in the overgrown. Trying to go for the ancient apparition. In comes Spectre again with the buyback. She can just come in any second, and Samael decides to do so. But the buybacks are also on the side of Alliance. Legion and Io are back. And Puck gets caught with a perfect spirit there. However, duel also stops the Darkseer for now. He can't continue this team fight. They're all set up, but there's no initiation. Sasa goes in with the waning grip. They just have to kill mid-1. They're trying their best at mid-1. Invades last attack. He's not going to go down. Someone hit him. Mid-1's getting away. Instead, Limp goes down the backlines. Nico maybe still trying to get a second kill into Samael. And Al's going to accept his fate. That's him gone. They take down mid-1, but at the cost of what? Most of your team. It's Nico versus the world. He gets caught by the spirit. Samael is not dying today. Or so he hopes, because that Spectral Dagger, that was just a slow on the Lifestealer. They need some help. Ice left there by the Ancient Apparition. Down before he TP'd. That was a very interesting play by No-Tail. TPs after he loses the Ice Blast. Too perfectly calculated. They find Nico Baby. There's no more Ice Blast on him, but they don't need it. The damage is sufficient. Nico Baby's gonna be brought down, and it's only Fata. A slow lumbering tree without friends, without recognition. They cut down the only friends he has alive, and they're gonna cut him down as well.
Well, we've seen this story many times from OG. The Spectre dies early on in the fight, buys back in, haunts in, and cleans up. OG with the gold lead after that crazy brawl in the bottom lane, and Aegis goes down, Nico dies twice. That's a really big deal.
I take my hat off to Soxa there, to be honest. I think they lacked a bit of control in that team fight, and you could tell, but Soxa was doing his best at stealing whatever spells it meant any team fight. Like that waiting rift at the end meant a really it hindered the lineup completely by Aliance because they couldn't do much afterwards. Farming IO again. Thompson's also playing out of his mind with this hero though, as is expected.
I am blown away at how often he's hitting these remnants in the middle of these crazy chaotic team fights. That's
Why
really
do you buy
owning
Yules?
Limp actually.
There's no need. You really are hitting them. Like the puck as well. The setup for the puck was ridiculous there with the Aether Remnant. The puck actually jaunted into the Aether Remnant because he couldn't see it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Those kind of plays that we watch.
Yeah, he's reading Limp and his movements super well this game.
It's amazing because the guy hasn't played competitive like 2 majors and he's just back on track. It's very impressive. What do you think, Alliance? After losing these fights, right, you lose a bit of your confidence in your mid game. Plan now. How do you restructure?
Well, I think getting this BK on 33 is going to be really big, and then you have to just make sure that you're, I would say, locking down the Rubik and the Void Spirit. Stop going on mid one because he's really tanky now with the Greaves and the Defiance. We saw them spend so many resources trying to kill him, and he was just, he's just doing mid one thing. He's running around the fight, surged up, making himself extremely hard to kill.
Another potential kill on the IO. Elite with the Ice Blast. And this is a combination that we've been seeing a lot, right? The Aether Remnant plus the Ice Blast. Simple, effective, and constantly sniping the IO. There goes the bomb though with the lifestealer. They want to kill Thompson. They want to punish him for this. Not going for the Dark Seer. Samael goes in with that haunt, with a beautiful overgrowth. Stops his initiation. However, Fada might be dying for this.
Nico's getting low too.
Unfortunately, Nico Baby gets mid one, but Nico Baby heals back up in the end. Samael, it's no match for him. That feast just tears right through the Spectre.
Alliance fighting back.
It was a good steal by Soxa though. I was very confused at that team fight, and I can tell Nico Baby was as well because he stole Nature's Grasps. And it's the exact same color, and he keeps going around and he's like, why am I so slow? And it's because it was Rubik's Nature's Grasp, not Fata's. So good job, well played.
Yeah, I think the key thing there is definitely going on Thompson first. He's carrying around the Nether Shawl, so he has -3 armor and no armor items at the moment. So he's sitting at just 5, and if they can jump him with the Lifestealer or a duel, I think that's going to be a huge key to actually coming back and taking the momentum back in this game.
I agree. Those duels at Legion Command has been a force since the beginning, and being able to, I guess, revamp her, right? Because you're essentially remaking her. The early game was great, 50 damage, but you have not gotten a single one of your level 2 duels. And this is a sign. The BKB is going to help you with that. What you think?
Another big power spike is Limp finishing up his Ags.
I was going to say that too.
Really heavy damage and the stun.
Indeed, they're going to be able to play around with that Fata. Oh, careful. He does get telekinesis, but they catch the Darkseer. And this time, there's so many upon Darkseer. He has to die, right?
No.
Unless they deliver Capo. And now, the initiation with a Vacuum plus Ice Blast. They turn this around. Alliance, what have you done? The Leicester infest the Legion Commander, giving him some space, but she is caught out. The Void Spirit leaves no prisoners, only corpses behind. Wow. They are playing some magical Dota here, Alchemy.
They are. That was a bit of a throw from Alliance, in my opinion. Fata kind of just baiting his team into a bad fight. Not everybody was there, and you can't make too many more mistakes like that against a team like G. They're gonna absolutely punish you for it.
Like this one where the poor Hanskin was just caught out on his gun back from relocate. Samael guessed that correctly and snagged a quick kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So it's a difficult game for them, especially when it seems like OG's answering you so well with a team that's supposed to be active later on, right? It puts a lot of pressure on you.
And once again, I got to keep pointing this out. Like every time they go on mid one, they just lose the fight. There's actually no way that you win the fight if you go on this Darkseer who has all the aura items, the heals, and he wants you to on him. He has the vacuum. He's like, please group up near me.
The counter initiation is very strong for them, and they're never the vacuum always come unsuspecting. The Ice Blast goes right through rage, so there's no way to really evade that. It's effective combo. I love that mid one is usually if I hear in a drafter say, oh, pick a tank, I want to dash his face in because that's a stupid statement to make, but mid one is literally a tank, and he's doing that. All he's doing right now is tanking damage in the occasional vacuum, and it's working.
That's all his team needs for him. You know, you don't need great initiation if they initiate onto you, but you don't die. I really like this build from Topson, by the way. He's picking up a Solar Crest, recognizing that he is kind of like the linchpin to these fights, and if he gets jumped on and dies, his team has a very hard time winning. But if he's super tanky because he has physical resistance in addition to spider legs, the Yules, he's going to be just as hard to kill as this Darkseer. And if you can't kill the Void Spirit, you can't kill the Darkseer, you can't kill the Spectre, what can you do?
It's true, because until now, it was really Topson the primary objective they can go to, right? If you had Waiting Rift, you go for Topson, easy, right? Topson killed. And then you had a really easy team fight, or easier team fight at least. But now, I guess you have to go for Saksa. Saksa and Notir are the only targets you can really kill easily in these team fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, yeah. Rubik is probably suspect number one that you are trying to target, and Glimmer Cape, Force Staff coming out for Saksa here pretty soon. I think OG is pretty firmly in control of the momentum of this game right now. This Legion Commander is really fallen off. Still not done with the BKB, and without the Blink Dagger, he's having a hard time finding any sort of duel or lockdown.
To regain momentum, Alliance is going for a really intelligent smoke, trying to catch him out with their pants down, you know. Surprise him here. Limp is using the little bomb of the Lifestealer. You have everything you might need. They should be successful, but no, it's mid one. They know. They're ignoring him completely. They go for the Rubik, and it's perfect. But he has one more kid. They still see him. There's no problem. Saksa gets eaten up. Hasfata gets the meteor hammer. Just controlling mid one. Fata's gonna die for it. It doesn't really matter. They just need to ignore him. Nico Baby is going for the more important target, which is Topson here. Oh, no, the vacuum onto the cliff, though. He turns around completely. It's 3-3 on the ground, but what is 3-3 really doing? Nothing. He's getting killed, feeding damage to Samael, as Nico Baby's only option is to TP home. Wow. That vacuum has been impressive.
All right.
To say the least.
Yeah, I gotta take my hat off to mid one. You know, obviously an amazing player, but I had not seen him play Darkseer yet. He is owning on this hero. He is owning.
He's playing so well. Look, another vacuum. Talk about owning. They even get the telekinesis off and Limp. So cute, so cute. Such a cheeky little play. Let's see. They get him with the Astral Step. It works. Disarm the Void Spirit. It's too late. Your partner's already dead, Nico Baby. Oh, they even control him? They have another Ether Remnant. They're going to bring him back, but they force all the buybacks with a Dream Coil. It's time for Alliance to do something important. It's time for Alliance to kill the Darkseer, finally. Now they're going for the Spectre. It's much more important. Kill the Spectre. He's been silenced. He can't do much. Samael, someone help him. There's a duel, and I'll guarantee the kill against Samael. 400 gold for them and a bit of dual damage as well. That's important. That's a good recovery, even if you did have to use a lot of buybacks for that.
Yeah, is it enough though? I mean, that was a very, very expensive defense there. Killing Spectre is obviously huge. Roche not quite up yet. Will be up in 35 seconds. And Alliance knows that they really, really need this Aegis.
Yep, it's the best way to come back into this game easily. Look at this, they even get sitting with the Ice Cross. I mean, Topson goes in, just, maybe I can snag a kill here, quick kill. Typical Topson cheeky play. There's a puck with a Lifestealer inside of it. Look, again, it's mid one that finds him. Another vacuum to the cliff. What is happening? This cliff is a sixth member of OG's team. All the replicates, impossible to fight around it. They're just destroyed. Fata gone again. 3-3 is decimated. And Hanskin as well. At least the Lifestealer gets away. But they've already lost 3. Limp manages to TP back home as well. Okay, wow. What is the saying? One time, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean...
something like that.
I think that Alliance are never going to fight around this mid-cliff ever again.
No. They're starting to get PTSD from this cliff. It's not working out for them. I mean, I didn't know it was so easy to get a vacuum. What makes it look like it's super easy to get the vacuum on that cliff, to be honest.
Yeah, you were memeing about the prison Cliff Teasy, but
yeah.
He's infected his entire team with the disease at this point.
Yeah, you got to be very careful, guys, who you play with, because this may happen to you. Do not play with Cliff Teasy. OG will take this tower up top, and now it's time for them to push for objectives, right? Samael is ready. Samael can fight now.
Yeah, he's fat. He's got a Titan Sliver as well, going for Butterfly next. I mean, I don't think that there's the damage on Aliance to kill the Spectre,
no.
Especially when you have the backup of the Darkseer.
Yeah. I mean, I think an issue that they've also been facing is if they don't go for mid one first and kill him, which is impossible, we've already asserted that, then he can always surge Sumail and save him every single time. Every single time. We have not seen Sumail being caught out as long as Darkseer's around with him. Nico baby.
Yeah. This puck also just struggling to find impact here in the late game.
Oh no, this is a really good kill. And that Legion Commander with a Kinderegg inside, and then back into the Ice Blast. Hanskin's destroyed, so it's 3-3. That duel lasted half a second, and it was a loss, of course. And there's still an Aegis on Sumail, so he can fight this till the end. They're just playing this as a clown fiesta, and they're winning it. Sumail's coming back in a second. They've already lost 2-3, sorry. They forced 2 buybacks as well. And they haven't even taken tier 2. I don't know if I'm watching Beast Coast or OG sometimes. Jesus.
Yeah, this is getting really expensive for Alliance to hold, and sure, they lose the Aegis on Sumail, but that was a bunch of abilities spent. Haunt is full up. She's also available.
Look at mid one. He's actually running. Oh, mid one and Topson are both running to the enemy base. And they want to go for the IO. They literally snipe him among 5 heroes. Not concerned with the rest of the Alliance team. Nobody can defend the IO.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh gee, my god. I pity whoever has to face him in these qualifiers because they are looking good.
They're looking pretty scary, definitely. Of course, they do have to contest with this stupid repair kit Treant combo.
Yes, but they're just killing the heroes. Who needs talents? So you can just murder the whole enemy team. That's their plan right now, and Sumail is literally just playing around, changing to illusion, using Haunt casually. They're quite comfortable in this game, I would say.
Yeah, I really wish that somebody on the side of Alliance had built a force have no save for their teammates. They, you know, this Meteor Hammer on the Treant, I feel like it's kind of a bait as a position 5. Like, you're really not going to be split pushing the side lanes very much, which is kind of the only reason you go for the Meteor Hammer. Yeah. And if they had a single force staff, they could guarantee snaps with the coil. They could save their teammates.
Look, Fata, talk about saving. He's dead. 3 hits, literally. That's a very good point you make. Being able to get the consistent stun on the Dream Coil. Right? Because they had nothing to really push him out of the Dream Coil, which is the whole point of the ads, right? Getting the break off and everything. Yep.
And IO is probably not going to be building a force, so you need somebody. There needs to be a force staff on Alliance.
I can see the Meteor Hammer on Trained as an idea because they were winning the early mid game, which is when he bought it, and then you have a little bit extra pushing power. Always useful, right? But at this point in the game, you do see that it's having more drawbacks than benefits.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, at this point, I'm hard pressed to say what Aliance should do because I don't really know, to be honest with you. How do you defend against this constant choking by OG?
Under attack.
You hope that they throw. You hope that Topson makes one of those plays that makes him such a unique player to watch. But you know, OG, this is a team that is very, very experienced. They understand how to close out a game. They're just going to hold the Alliance triangle, cut 2 of the waves, and keep them locked inside of their base, controlling the bounties, controlling the outposts, controlling the power runes, and just looking for an opportunity to actually close out this game.
I want to remind people that are watching that Alliance is also one of the top tier teams as qualifiers, right? Like OG is styling over them, but Alliance was one of the favorites coming in, right? So it's not any team that they're beating. It's not the open qualifiers anymore. They're showing OG's insane ability. Not so much to Alliance's detriment, but much more to benefit OG. I'm hoping the second game Alliance can like fit the headspace, right? Find how to fight against this new OG.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, Alliance, they finished 4th at the last major, so definitely not a slouch of a team here. But we were curious to see how this OG roster would come together. Obviously, 5 of the best players in the entire world, period, and likely have a top 3 player at each position currently.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of ridiculous. This is the Miami Heat or the Madrid or whatever version of sports you play.
They're like, this is how you run a super team. Okay,
yeah,
this is how you run a super team.
And also with we don't mention him, but you know, the captain or the kind of set coach with Sashka and Seb, which are helping out in the backlines. Like, you have some of the most talented people together in org. You know, it is scary. It is a very scary team.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. This is an incredibly farmed lifestealer. Nico going for a BKB next, recognizing that he does need to be able to just continue to be this like center point for their team fights. Hope that he can outlast the side of OG.
Yeah, I mean, like, up against Spectre, your chances are never none. Because your Lifestealer is a really good hero against them in general, because of the healing you provide. If you can just munch on him during the whole team fight. The issue I think here is Alliance is playing a 4-protect-1, which I don't think they were planning on start.
Definitely not. Limp queuing up the Divine Rapier after the Aeon Disc. I like it. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
He's getting close to that Rapid Foil Dream Coil.
And there's a Haunt here coming in again. Hanskin.
Yikes.
This poor guy, Hanskin and Fanta, they barely live, and they catch the Lifestealer with a Assimilate. That's a 2-second stun. It's really long. And they're going to be going for the Darkseer, but we know what happens when they go for the Darkseer. That's a BKB used, and you did nothing. Mid-1 just tanks you all. He does not care for your shenanigans. A beautiful Silence catching the puck. Legion Commander also in trouble. They have another Spirit ready. That's going to be 3-3 gone, and a GG well played. They farmed Lifestealer might be strong, but if the rest of your team is dead, what are you going to do?
Yeah, who needs to take tier 3s also? Just dive the tier 4s, kill them all, and they'll wheel GG. Very well played from OG. Alliance, they had the timing, and then they just kind of missed it with a couple of slightly questionable fights on the OG side of the map.
Yeah. I think OG here played the game where they realized, you said, Repair Key plus Strength Protector. What's the point in hitting towers? Let's just beat on their morale until they give up, which is, you know,